Hey guys, Martin here bringing you another Dragon Ball Z Dokkan battle video. And so a lot of people have been asking already after the reveal yesterday with the producer letter when they talked about the release of the DAIMA campaigns, the extra events, and of course the GLORIO and GOKU units who should be our dual Dokkan Fest for the new year. I say should be, obviously we know they are the units that are coming to the game, but there's been some interesting speculation about the banner or the banner format, and obviously we will get into that in this video. But the primary concern of the video, as you can see from the title and the thumbnail, is a question that multiple people have been asking ever since the video yesterday. Multiple people asked in the stream that I did this morning, the final stream before Christmas, when is the banner coming out? So the thing is, we don't know an exact time. However, we do know that the banner is going to be coming out. Everything in the video, I couldn't find a good screenshot with the actual units up on the screen that isn't covered by like subtitles or anything. But throughout the video, it has the thing down below that you can see there. It says available from the 12:26 PST. So the thing is with Dokkan, what they always do when they announce this stuff is they announce the date in Pacific Standard Time. But you have to remember that the banners, of course, come out in different time slots depending on where you are in the world. Like for me, banners come out super early in the morning. So when you see on this video that the banner comes out on the 26th of December, what that actually means, if you're in the UK or, you know, EU or even time zones ahead of that, people in Australia, all that kind of stuff, the banner is actually coming out on the 27th, which is Friday. Now, the normal banner time at the moment, now since the sync, where the times have actually changed a little bit, the normal banner time is 5 AM for me, which is midnight EST, and then what, 9 PM PST? So for PST time zone, which is how they advertise on these things now, it is going to be the 26th. So the banner should be out Thursday, the 26th of December, and it should be around 9 PM PST. It'll be midnight EST, and then it will be Friday, the 27th of December, 5 AM if you're in the UK, 6 AM in the EU, and obviously going forward from there depending on which time zone you are in. Now bear in mind that is not 100% confirmed. That has been the banner time for basically every banner since the sync, but it's only usually big events like the anniversary, but sometimes there are times where the banners come out at slightly different times. Although in the past with banners, it's usually been that they've come out earlier than the old school original times, which then ends up being around 5 AM UK time. So I think the banner times that we've been seeing ever since the sync are probably going to remain the banner times that we get going forward for basically every single banner. So that's basically the main question of the video. I probably should have done one of those typical YouTube things where I like spun out the video for longer and didn't talk about the time the banner comes out until the end. But there's other stuff I want to talk about in the video anyway. But if you only came here for when is the banner coming out, that is our best guess. We don't know 100% until the data download, but obviously there is maintenance, which is going on Thursday. Well, it's Thursday morning in terms of UK time. It's 2 AM to 7 AM, I think. It's 5-hour maintenance. So obviously, again, if you're in the US, the maintenance is starting anywhere between like 6 and 9 PM and carrying on until early in the morning, or I guess like if you're PST just before midnight. But basically Wednesday evening if you're in the US, Thursday morning for UK, EU, etc. And that maintenance will then have the data download as part of it. So once the maintenance actually ends, so on Thursday morning for me at 7:30 AM, the maintenance will end, we'll get the stuff in the data, and then we'll know 100% because the units will have their release time that will show in game. If there's any other stuff included that we don't know about yet, that will obviously be in the files as well. There could potentially be some stuff to do with future EZAs, right? Like when we saw the Tech Goten having the EZA sticker and stuff like that added into the files, and then he EZA'd after the release of the Gotenks. There could be something similar to that in there, which gives away an EZA, which will certainly be interesting. But that's when we'll 100% get the guaranteed release time for the banner. But for now, All we know is that it's the 26th PST, which means it will be early in the morning on the 27th if you are in the like eastern half, I guess, if you look at the world map, the eastern half of the world. So let me know what you guys think, whether you're going to be summoning. Obviously, Glorio and Goku both seem very, very good. So I wanted to talk about the banner, as I mentioned at the very beginning. So obviously the big thing that I noticed when it comes to the news report that we got, also the news update that we got yesterday, is that the news in game says a new Dokkan event is coming soon. So this is the Demon Realm, new Dokkan event coming soon. Embark on a great adventure. Yeah, unleash your full power for an exciting battle. That's all it is, right? The typical teaser that we get when a new Dokkan event is coming out. However, the big thing is that there is only one. It's only this one. So the new Dokkan event is coming. Remember last year when Super Saiyan 3 Goku and Hirudegarn were coming out, there were two of these, right? Well, one of them was a new stage is coming because Super Saiyan 3 Goku already has a Dokkan event. And then the other one was a new event is coming and it was for Hirudegarn. So there were two because the two units had two different Dokkan events. So this potentially implies that both characters are going to awaken with the medals from this one event. So that's interesting. I get it doesn't make a huge amount of difference in the grand scheme of things that there's only one event to farm instead of two. I guess technically it means you get two less stones, right? Because you're not beating a stage on two difficulties. But the thing that is interesting about this is there only one Dokkan event? Because there's only going to be one banner. And this is the thing that I've seen people speculating is, imagine if both of them were on the same banner instead of it being a dual Dokkan Fest. Because nowhere in the producer letter did they mention dual Dokkan Festival, right? They literally just talked about the new characters coming out. They didn't say anything about the summon format at all. And we only assume, because every new year in this time slot we get a new year, we get the dual Dokkan Fest, we're only assuming that it's going to be a dual Dokkan Fest again this year. But of course there is the possibility that it is just a single banner. Now that'll be very interesting because I said this in a video yesterday as well, I think, but it kind of creates that same issue with like the Gotenks banner on Global where they dropped Jiren on the same banner, where it's like you could be summoning for like a copy of Glorio and then you get a Goku Black Rift and you get Goku instead. Or if you've already pulled Goku and you really want to pull Glorio, for example, then yeah, you get a Zeno and you get another Goku because it's going to mean one of the two new units. Now that's only a minor, it's a minor inconvenience, but I think in terms of what's best for players who do want to summon, I think potentially just them being on one banner is probably a good idea. Because for dual Dokkan Fest, you never want to have to go deep into a banner to get one of the units that you really want. And then it's like, oh, I've still got a whole other banner that I need to summon on as well if I want the other one. So that is a possibility that there could actually just be the one banner that both units are on. I'm not sure how likely that's going to be. Like I say, the trend is that it's always been a dual Dokkan Fest for New Year's. We don't know that 100%. Dokkan changes things up all the time. I think if I had to guess, I would still say it's going to be a dual Dokkan Fest, and that I guess this just means there's only one Dokkan event. But, you know, I guess that they wouldn't put Jiren on the same banner as Gotenks, so who knows? Now, if we take a look at the banners themselves, like if we look at the banners from last year, obviously we don't know the banners for this year, but we have the previous New Year's characters were on here. So you got Beast Gohan on this one, and obviously Piccolo on this one, and then we had Goku and Piccolo Jr., the Golden Week characters. So that means this banner is going to have potentially the Dragon Fist Goku and Hirudegarn and Super Saiyan 3 Angel Goku and Int Fat Buu. Obviously very good units. Now, there's no other Daima characters, so obviously there's no real sort of theme to fit. The Goku and Cell were on these old banners. Well, I assume the Goku was on this one because Cell was on the other one in the art. So they were the previous Golden Week units before Goku and Piccolo. So Goku and Piccolo Jr. could maybe be on the banner as well. The problem is when it comes to the other random unfeatured units, I mean, I guess this banner also had Kid Buu and the physical Super Saiyan 2 to Super Saiyan 3 Goku. Those units really could do with an easy A to boost Buu Saga, But this banner had Pycon and this banner had Janemba. Imagine if the banners had Pycon and Janemba on it again and then they easy aid. Because they were New Year's characters from a few years ago and they're definitely due like an easy aid. That would be very, very cool. Because then we did have the odd random unit thrown in here, like the ROF Blues. These are the banners from the global version. I can't remember if they were changed at all, though. So that is a thing to bear in mind. And Tech Pan. They're just like random Dokkan Fest units from earlier in the year. I mean, it'd be good if someone like Topo or something returned on this banner, but I don't know if that's too recent. But yeah, the banner lineup is probably going to be somewhat interesting. The fact that it's going to potentially have Dragon Fist Goku and Hirudegarn, and then Super Saiyan 3 Angel Goku and Int Fat Buu, considering some of the recent releases, those units all still like doing pretty well in the meta. So the banners have the potential to be quite interesting. Global, I don't know if this happens for New Year's for JP with the 3+1 as well. I believe it is, because remember, global, these banners, you usually get 3+1 and tickets. And it's one of those ones like the old anniversary format used to be, where you just get tickets for every multi-summon that you do. But obviously with the pity systems having been changed and updated and stuff going forwards, we saw that new theme for like the worldwide pity system, which I believe is probably going to be the pity system that they then use for the anniversary. So that could be a thing of the past now with the do the multis and get free tickets. It was obviously only on global originally anyway, but of course that would be a monster W for global if that remains a thing for these banners. It'd be crazy. I mean, they have done stuff like that in the past, but it would be kind of crazy if that was a thing that was only for the global version of the banner and not for the JP version. But I mean, I guess it is what it is, right? It could be a thing, but I think at this point I would probably assume that global isn't going to get those random free tickets with the each multi-summon, but that could be the case. And then obviously if it is going to end up being one banner, that does definitely make it a bit more tempting to summon, because both the units are really, really good, and if you want both of them, having two separate banners to have to summon on is definitely a bit more of a pain than if there's only one. But of course, if you only want one of the units in particular, you never know which one you're potentially going to get. But the banners have the potential to be quite good, but realistically, like, we've got the Christmas banner coming out, which I've made a video about as well, that will be coming out a bit later on. These are banners that are just absolutely there as last minute bait to try and get you to spend stones before the anniversary, and realistically you should probably be avoiding both of these banners and saving your resources for the anniversary, as that is going to be in a very, very short period of time from now, right? We are basically just over a full month away from the anniversary. But let me know what you guys think down below. Are you going to be summoning? What do you think the banner lineups are going to be? Do you think it is just one Dokkan event, as this seems to imply? Is there a second one we don't know about? Like, what does that mean? It's only one banner? Who knows? It's very, very interesting to consider, but we shall have to wait and see. But going back, obviously we said it earlier already. Shout out to those of you who are still here. But yeah, the banner should be coming out late in the evening on the 26th if you're in the US, early in the morning if you're in the 27th of the 27th if you're in the UK or EU or anything like that. But yeah, let me know all of your guys' thoughts down below in the comment section. So that is going to be it for the video, guys. This has been the Masked Ningen. Smash that like button, subscribe to the channel if you are new. Check out the links down below, and I will see you all again soon. Have a good one.